Hello, YouTube. A young man I spoke to some time ago told me about his experience when he was in state conservatorship with CPS, Children's Services, Child Protective Services, DCF, whatever you want to call it. He was in Missouri when he and his siblings got taken from their mother. While he was in foster care, he had to fight the other children because there was a lot of stealing that took place. His things would get taken, and he would get bullied, and he ended up becoming a scrapper because of that. He learned how to fight because of foster care. His foster mother at one of the foster homes sexually abused him, and when he turned 18, CPS dumped him on the street without any place to go or food or money or anything. They made him homeless. That's what happened to him at 18 in Missouri. When I met this young man, he was in his late teens to early 20s, and he had a girlfriend, and neither one of them had a job. And the one that he had to turn to in order to have shelter and food and basic provision was the mother that he had been taken from. Her life hadn't improved much. She had a new husband, but that's what CPS does. They'll raise a child in crappy conditions that often place them in greater risk of abuse than the circumstances they're coming from. And the child will get abused in state custody, perhaps more than they were at home, if they were at all. And because that young man was placed in state custody, he was sexually abused. What ended up happening to him, though, was that he lost everything that he had. And when he got out of state custody, he ended up back with the same abusive mother that the state had taken him from because they didn't care to provide for his basic needs or get him a job or anything for that matter. She had to go over there to where he was staying with her new husband and pick up the son that had been taken from her. So you see, Children's Services doesn't really change anything for these people. It's all about money. It's about trafficking the kids. They don't even see to it that they have good outcomes when they're in the system. They go through all kinds of hell, and they get beat on by the other kids who are in the foster care system. Some of them don't even make it through the system. Some of them die while in state custody. And it's not just like that in Missouri. I could tell you countless stories that I've read or heard from people directly where kids get taken in the system from a home that is either not abusive or mildly dysfunctional, and they're placed in horrific situations where they end up dying. I was reading another story about a family where all their children had been taken. This is in Indiana. I'll tell you about that next time. Thanks for watching. If you found this informative, please hit that like button for me. It helps the channel. And I'm going to keep advocating for children and for individuals who are affected by foster care and the welfare system adversely, advocating to reform that system and to bring awareness to the problems that that system creates for people. Children's Services destroys people's lives, and they're ruining people. They're ruining their credit. They're leaving families and children broken, and sometimes they're leaving people dead. Things must change. They're a menace. And there's a lot of success stories out there, but when you get to one of the really truly bad ones where they've really messed up, you know that they're not doing a good job.